Good morning to all. Today we start the new chapter that is of heredity and evolution. Heredity and evolution. First one is of heredity. Heredity, what is heredity? Another topic that is of evolution we discuss later. First we discuss that heredity. Heredity means the transmission of characters from one generation to another generation, that is of heredity. Transmission of characters from one generation to another generation is known as heredity. Transmission of inherited characters, especially that is inherited character from one generation to another. That is known as heredity. Here, one more thing is there, that is known as variation. Variation, what is the variation? Variation, that means differences. Differences, that is the variation. The differences seen in the individuals in a population, that is known as variation. जो अलग अलग कैरेक्टर्स दिखाई देते हैं किसी भी पॉपुलेशन में, known as variation. So here two words comes. One is of heredity, another is of variation. One is of heredity, that means transmission of inherited character from one generation to another generation, that is the heredity. And variation, the differences in the individuals, or we can say differences in the organism or of a single population, that is known as variation. Differences in the organism of a single population, just like in differences in human being, differences in any other organism, that is known as variation. So these are the two things. One is of heredity, another is of variation. One is of heredity, another of variation. Both are the two things which are closely associated, heredity and variation, that studied in a branch of science that is known as genetics. A branch of science in which we studied the heredity and variation. Heredity means how the characters is transferred from one generation to another generation, that is the heredity. And variation, how the differences comes occur in the organism, how the difference or different characters come in the organism, that is the variation. And heredity and variation is the genetics is the branch of science in which we study the heredity and variations. Now, before going study, we think about inherited characters. Two types of character is there. One is of inherited characters. Characters is of two types. One is of inherited characters, another is of acquired character. Inherited characters is the type of characters which move from generation to generation, one generation to another generation. Just like a person having blue eyes, a person having curly hairs, a person having dark color. So these are the characters that comes from the parents. So these characters is known as inherited characters. In your NCERT books, one example is given, that is attached ear lobes and free ear lobes. Attached ear lobes means this is the lower lobe. In some organism, we can say some human being which is free. In some, but it is attached till here, last point. till the last point it is attached. That is the attached ear lobe, and if it is free, that is free ear lobes. It is also example of inherited characters that comes from the parents. And acquired characters, such type of character which is not present by birth. And we can say these characters present the by birth. But acquired characters that is not present by birth, the characters which is acquired after the birth, from the nature, from the environment, from the society, that characters is known as acquired characters. ऐसे characters जो birth के बाद हम लेते हैं, अर्जित करते हैं, nature से, environment से, experience से, that is known as acquired characters. For example, a person is learn dancing, music, or any other activities, playing. A gymnastic person do good exercise, different types of exercise that not in the by birth. Like that, a IAS person that is not by birth. Means a person having IAS, if the next generation will be IAS, we can't say. If the next generation will not study proper, that is not IAS. Or a dancer is there of the particular a dancer is there. If their next generation will be dancer, no. If they will not practice, or if they will not provide the similar types of environment, they will not learn the dance. So these characters like dancing, music, or any other characters that will be learned after the birth, that is known as acquired. That's why always the IAS officers, sons or daughter will not IAS, or a actors, daughter will not always actors, because these are the characters they will gain after the birth. And the characters which is present by birth in the genes or in the chromosome, that characters is known as inherited characters. Let us we studied that these characters, how they are passed, how they move from one generation to another generation. That Mendel, G.J. Mendel, he was a scientist, and he is now the father of genetics. Genetics, we studied, that is the branch of science in which we study the heredity and variation, that is known as genetics. And G.J. Mendel, considered as the father of genetics, he studied on the pea plants. Basically, he was the father in a church in Austria, but during free time, he studied on the pea plants and concluded different rules and find out the different rules of the genetics. Why he selected the pea plants? Some reason behind it, he selected pea plants. That is Pisum sativa. Pisum sativa plant, that is of pea plants. Why Mendel selected pea plants? Because its life is short. Because it completes its complete life cycle within 3 or 4 months. So we can grow within a year 3 crops or 4 crops. So short lifespan, or we can say short lifespan. Short lifespan. Second one is it requires very small space. Requires small space. It cannot, just like if we grow banyan tree, that require very large space, and the lifespan is very long. But the pea plant require very small space outside the church. He can grow many pea plants in a small area, so it requires very small space. Third one is of it is self-pollinated and manually cross. Means normally it is self-pollinated, not require cross-pollination, but we can also cross-pollinate these plants. And last character is of it has many contrasting characters. It has many contrasting characters. Contrasting character. What is the contrasting characters? Contrasting characters like height. Height related to two contrasting characters is there. One is of tall, another is of dwarf. That is two contrasting characters of a single character. And these characters known as trait. Trait means the character which is inherited that move from one generation to another generation, that is known as trait. So it has many contrasting traits, just like related to height. Some is of tall plants, another is of some of dwarf plant. Just like color of flower, some of violet flower, some of purple flower. Related to color of seed, some of green seed, some of yellow seeds. So these are the different contrasting characters present in the pea plants. That's why Mendel selected pea for his experiments. Now, which characters studied by the Mendel? Mendel studied 7 characters. Which characters studied by the Mendel? So these characters we know as trait that are heritable characters that move from one generation to another generation, that is known as trait. Out of them, one is of dominant and another is of recessive. One is of dominant, another is of recessive. What is the dominant? What is recessive? I will understand later. Dominant, the type of character which is always express itself. ऐसा character जो हमेशा अपने आप को express करता है, that is of dominant character. So these traits, that is of inherited characters. Traits are the inherited characters, and out of these, one is of dominant, another is of recessive. Dominant character is a type of character which is always express itself. That always express itself, that is of dominant character, and another one is of recessive, that is always express itself in homozygous condition. What is homozygous condition or heterozygous condition? बाद में discuss करेंगे. Now we discuss the character which was chosen by the Mendel's. First one is of height. Height, that is tall and dwarf. Here these are the symbol. So for height character we utilize T, means that dominant character capital T, but the recessive character, that is of small t. Recessive character small t. Another character is of round C. That is of seal shape, not round seal shape. Round, that is of dominant character wrinkled, that is of recessive character. Round, dominant character wrinkled. Seed color, that is of yellow, capital Y dominant, and green, that is small y. Seed color, seed shape, seed color, pod color. Pod, that is the type of fruit which is present in pea plant. Pod color, green or capital G, and yellow, that is small g. Pod color dominant, pod color, that is green is dominant and yellow is of recessive. Another, that is pod position, that is axile, capital A dominant and terminal, that is small a recessive. What is pod position? What is axile? Suppose this is the main branch and this is side branch. If the flower is located in the side branch axis, this is maybe leaves or branch. So if the flower or pod in the presence of axis of any other branch, that is known as axile. If it is present at the top or in terminal position, that is known as terminal plant or terminal pod. Terminal food position is of terminal. This is the terminal, and this one is of axile. Then pod shape. Inflated, that is inflated and constricted. Inflated fully and constricted इसकी भी, जिसके अंदर कंप्लीट सीड्स नहीं होते हैं, कंस्ट्रिक्टेड. एंड हाउ मेनी दीज आर कैरेक्टर? 1 2 3 4 5 6. One more character, that is of flower color. That is purple, dominant and white. This is so these 7 characters in pea plant was selected by the Mendel for his experiments. These 7 characters in pea plant was selected by the Mendel in pea plants, that is of plant height, seed shape, plant height tall and dwarf, seed shape, round seed and wrinkled seed, seed color, that is yellow seed and green seed, pod color, green pod and yellow pod position, that is axile position and terminal position, pod shape, inflated and constricted, and flower color, that is purple and white flower. So these are the 7 characters which was selected by the Mendel. Now we studied some terminology that we used continuously. Some terminology that we used in this chapter. First one is of genotype. Genotype is genetic combination of an organism. Genetic combination of an organism, that is known as genotype. Genetic combination of an organism. Genotype. Suppose that capital T for tall plant, again capital T, small t, or this is the small t. So these are the characters that show by the genes, that is genotype. Capital T, small t. So these are related to height characters that present in the genes. Another one is a phenotype. Phenotype means that is observable characters is known as phenotype. Suppose this is the seed of pea plant. This is the seed of pea plant. So if this plant having such type of genotype, that is capital T, we cannot see that their genotypes. But if we grow this plant and this seed, and that will be tall in height, we can say this is the tall. The tall that will be observed by us, that is known as phenotype. If a person having curly hair, we seen that characteristics, that is known as phenotype. If a pod is of green in color, that green color we see that phenotype. But suppose this is the seed and its phenotype is of capital T, we cannot see. But present in the genes, that is of genotype. The genetic combination is of genotype and phenotype, that is observable characters of an organism is known as phenotype. So phenotype is depend upon genotype. Means if a plant having capital T and that phenotype is of tall. If a plant having capital T, that phenotype is again tall. If a plant having genes, that is small t, that dwarf. Now, dominant and recessive, that capital T is of dominant character and small t is of recessive character. Means dominant character always express its character when it is present, either in similar condition capital T or dissimilar condition capital T, small t. Dominant character always express itself when it present in homozygous condition or in heterozygous condition. When both the gametes, both the genes are same, that condition is known as homozygous condition. It is another terminology, homozygous condition. And homo means same, zygous means zygote. So here similar gametes आते हैं. Suppose एक gamete ये है, दूसरा gamete ये है, दोनों gamete fertilize होकर तो क्या बनाते हैं? Capital T. That homozygous. If both the gametes is same and by the fusion zygote is formed, that is known as homozygous condition. And this is also homozygous condition. Capital small t is again homozygous condition. Another one is of heterozygous. Hetero means different. Suppose capital T and small t comes from two different gametes. One is of capital T, another is of small t. So this is heterozygous condition. But the dominant always show their phenotype in the presence of homozygous condition as well as in heterozygous condition. Dominant character हमेशा अपने आप को शो करता है, भले ही वो homozygous condition यानी same gametes हो, same type के genes हो, capital T और अलग-अलग तरह के genes हो, capital T, small t. The dominant character always express, but the recessive character only express itself only in the small t in homozygous condition, not in heterozygous condition. So another one is a monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross means cross for one character. Mono means one. Monohybrid cross for one character, that is all known as monohybrid. And dihybrid means cross for two character. दो character की एक साथ study कर रहे हैं. If we study two character at a time, that is of dihybrid cross. If we study one character at a time, that is of monohybrid cross. And hybrid, another word, that is of hybrid. Hybrid means suppose this is capital T and this is of small t, both the come together and having two different characters. The mixing of two different parents, that is known as hybrid, which having some different character from their parents, that is of hybrid. So these are the some terminology that is known as genotype, phenotype, homozygous, heterozygous, dominant, recessive, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, and hybrid. And in tomorrow class, we'll study next one. So these are the different terminology we utilize in the genetics. Now, if you having any questions, any problems, you can ask now.